And same thing here, if you want to dismiss a tab, you can just swipe it to the right. Again, you have access to your bookmarks. So I mentioned that before, but you can synchronize your bookmarks with Chrome. So if you use Chrome on your desktop and you enable bookmark synchronization, you will get all your bookmarks on your phone. Extremely useful.
So the calendar got some enhancements to make it much easier to use. So it's very quick to switch between these different views. So we're looking at the week view. Let's go into the day view and see what's going on today. So we have an A/B check. We have this Keynote thing. We should really try to make that take a look at the event there. If you have a lot of events, sometimes it's really hard to actually read your calendar, and then you have to go into the individual events. We have a pinch zoom feature in calendar now that makes it much easier to see what's actually going on with your day. And you can also swipe very easily between the days of your week or the weeks of your month. So it's much easier and more quick to access the information that you need in calendars.
So the swipe is also getting a universal gesture on Android. You've seen it on the launcher. You swipe between your workspaces when you open the list of all applications. You swipe between the pages. In calendar, you swipe between the days. And you will see that in Gmail, you swipe between emails. We try to use that gesture everywhere. And we have a new API for that called the View Pager. It's available as a separate library that you can use in your applications today. You don't have to run on ICS for that. That lets you build that kind of UI in your application easily. One of my favorite apps, the camera application. So the Galaxy Nexus is a really nice device that makes really good photos. One of the cool features is what we call the zero shutter lag. So we can take pictures really quickly. Well, of course, with the flash, it's a little slower, but you can see every time I'm taking a picture, like
Disable the flash.
yeah, fine. But anyway. We also have a new zoom feature, so it's directly on screen. You can zoom in and out. And you can see we detect faces to do focus. It actually works really well in the audience. It's nice. I usually use a picture of me and my wife on my desk to picture that. We also have different modes. So we have a panorama mode. Let's see if it works. Yeah, unfortunately, you won't rotate on the projector. But you just
Would
press.
everybody please go like this?
You just press the button and then you slowly swipe across the scene. Stay very still. It's hard. Almost. I'm running out of room. There we go. And boom, I have a panorama. So now it's creating a higher resolution version of the panorama. That's all you have to do. Then it's in your gallery. You can mail it, share it, tweet it, Facebook it, Google WhatsApp, whatever it is these days. We have a really nice video camera, so that particular device can do 1080p. And as you can see on the screen, turn your head here. While you're recording a video, you can just tap the screen to take a photo. So if there's a particular frame you're interested in, there's some action going on, you can capture a photo during the video. It's really nice. And we have a bunch of visual effects that you can apply to the videos. Let's see. Here we go. So some of them are rather silly. For instance, let's give Chet these You look so much better this way. So there's a bunch of fun, and again, sorry for the UI, but there's a bunch of fun effects. So you can squeeze, you can put a big mouth, big nose. I don't know that one. Small eyes. You can also replace the background, so you can replace the background with any picture you want, or also a video. We have a few pre-built scenes you can use space. You can have a nice sunset or a disco ball. And what's interesting is that those effects are also available when you video chat using Google Talk. We're not going to demo that, but you can also use that.
It's also interesting to note that these are not just features of this particular camera. Some of the features are enabled by this particular camera, but it's capabilities of the system that are also exposed to applications that run. So if the camera has capabilities for doing zero shutter lag or whatever, then the applications can take advantage of that for particular effects.
We also have a really cool new feature. You can select the part of the scene where you want to focus. So it's really nice when you're doing close-ups. We're going to take a picture of the dirty keyboard. That's what I picture, right? Yeah. And then when you take a picture, you can jump directly to the gallery. And from there, we have a new edit menu where you can apply visual effects to your picture. So you can We don't have that one. So you can make the shadows, shadower. You can change the brightness. You have a smart autofix. You can apply like fancy hipster effect, like this one. Change the saturation. It's very similar to what you can find in a lot of photo applications. You can also make faces glow. I don't know why, but you can. Rotate the picture, sharpen it. It's a very nice tool. It's very easy. You also have an undo redo system, so anything you apply is non-destructive until you save the picture. It's a nice way when you take a photo to just make it better, like just before you send it by email to a friend or your family.
Actually, photos got easier to interact with as well, I found. Once I started using Google+, it has a way of syncing the photos automatically, so you no longer have to sort of manually share these things that just magically appear in your account later. Which makes it a little easier to manage.
You also have access to that feature from the gallery, so if you open a photo from your gallery, you can go edit that photo right here. And the edited version will be saved alongside the original photo, so you don't lose your original work. The gallery also has an integration with Google+, so for instance here I'm logging to my Google+ account, and you can see all the photos I've put on Google+. And you can see there's a little Picasso icon in the bottom corner of every album that shows that it's coming from the web. So if you want to quickly change your wallpaper, you can just grab it from your Picasso account instead of plugging your phone to your computer, copying the photo on the phone, and so on. A lot easier. We also have different views for your albums. You can sort your photos by location, by time. You can, especially on the web, like Picasso, you can put tags on faces, and it will sort all the pictures by the different people you have.
Gmail got various little improvements here. So there's, again, the swiping feature that we can see. So we can click on a message, but then if we didn't want to go back to the header box and then back into the message content, we can simply swipe between the different messages in the account. And you can see the action bar at work here, so you can switch between your accounts, and then the split action bar, one of the changes in ICS. So now we have the actual navigation elements up at the top, so I can switch between the accounts there, go back to the head. And then we've got the actual actions we can perform as well as the overflow.